Good evening. I'm Joy and this is Yoga with Joy. I'm going to take you through a very gentle bedtime yoga sequence. You can be wearing something more snuggly than me. It's quite warm here. And you could also, if you'd like to, you could use blocks or blankets or cushions, and you might want to use a strap. But if you're, just whatever you need to make yourself comfortable during a yoga practice. Enjoy and get snuggly and just stretch out your body and keep the relaxation while doing so. Help you to sleep and enjoy your evening.
Oh, radiant sun, pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss, remove the veil so I can see, illuminate my heart, awaken me.
So we'll begin lying down. Find your way onto your back with your feet planted on the mat, hip width apart, and your knees hip width apart also. So that means your skeleton hips, so they're not very far apart at all, just a little bit. And your knees are facing the ceiling. Let's begin by placing the hands on the belly. And really bringing ourselves into this space. Really beginning to notice how you feel on the mat. And arriving here. So begin to breathe into your belly. So that's below your navel, your lower belly, lower abdomen. If you have your fingers touching slightly, when you inhale, you'll notice how your fingers move away from each other. And when you exhale, the navel goes back down towards the spine and the fingers touch again. Inhale, opening, the fingers will open, expanding, your belly's expanding. Exhale. Allowing your belly going back towards the mat. Inhale and exhale. Drawing the air into your lower abdomen. Exhale. And then moving up to your rib cage, your lower ribs. So that will be just above your navel, your belly button. Inhaling, opening and feeling the hands expand with your ribs. Exhale. Gently feel the palms of your hands move in as your ribs move in. And your fingers will touch a little bit again. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, this is softening. Really focus on this area now. So rather than your belly, your lower abdomen here, we're focusing up here. So really using your breath to notice this expansion and contraction. And then moving up to your chest, so your clavicle, which is your collarbone, so the collarbone area. So the fingers are up on the collarbone. Inhaling, breathing into your chest. Exhale, letting your chest gently contract and soften back towards your lungs as the air leaves your body. Inhale, opening and expanding. And exhale, softening. Such deep breaths. Feeling your body calm. And then bringing one hand to the heart and one hand to the lower abdomen area. And breathe into the whole of your torso. So your breath is lengthening. Your inhale, deepening. And your exhale, lengthening. The whole of this area. So that's your belly, your rib cage, and your chest. Feeling yourself unwind from the day. Whatever's been going on for you today, just to allow it to pass through. It's still, it might still be there, but it's welcome to be there, but there's no effect on how you're feeling now. You can just relax into being here on the mat. And then gently release your hands down and bring one knee into the chest. So I've got my right knee into the chest and lengthen the left leg. Inhale, the knees coming away from you a little bit, and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then swapping over to the other side. Inhale, exhale. Flex your right foot and your left leg is coming towards you. Exhaling the leg towards you. And placing the legs back down and bringing the knees into the chest. So both knees are in the chest. Inhale, exhale. Bringing the hands onto the knees and then gently rock. Rotate. Circle the knees away from each other. Must be getting tired. So let the knees come towards you and then away. And then the other way. Inhaling out and exhale as they go towards you, that's quite nice. And then placing the knees down, the feet down, and then bring up the right leg and place the ankle, so the right ankle is over the left foot. Then bring your hand behind, flexing your right foot, and draw in your leg towards you. So it's a leg cradle. Both legs coming towards you. If you need to, you might want to put a blanket or a cushion under your head. And you might want to have a strap around here if you're finding it's tensing up your shoulders. Sometimes you can bring it to, it's quite nice bringing the legs towards you with a strap or a scarf or anything like that. A belt. Stretching out your right glute muscles, really nice, and down the leg. And then bringing the feet down and changing sides. Lots of nice deep breaths. And then placing your feet down so that they're hip width apart still, and your knees are hip width apart. Bring your hands down by your side. Taking a breath in, and gently rock your pelvis up. Exhale, rocking up your pelvis, lifting up your pelvic floor, your mula bandha, and engaging your abdominal muscles, these muscles all on here. Inhale, relax. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, relax. Exhale. So keep your knees nice and straight together so they're not kind of waving out. And then start to exhale up to lift up to your rib cage. And then inhale down. Again, if you need a blanket under your head, that's handy. Exhaling, lifting up to rib cage. And exhale, inhale down. Exhale up to shoulder blades this time. And inhale down. And if you're finding your knees are going apart, you can either use a little ball or a block and place it here, like that, and squeeze it. That can really help. Exhale, coming up to shoulder blades. Inhale down. Let's go up into full bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So breath in and then exhale, right up to full bridge, and we'll clasp underneath. And if it's too much for you, you can just flow back down, that's fine. Otherwise, clasp underneath. And take a few breaths here. Nice strong legs. And if you're scrunching your toes into the mat, you can lift your toes up and lift through the arches of the feet as well. And then gently place your toes back down. Take a breath in, release the hands, and then exhale gently, one vertebra at a time, back down onto the mat. Nice, lovely. Okay, bring the knees in at the chest and have a little rock around. Place the feet down. Bring the hands out to a T, so they're out to the side. Lift up your pelvis and then your hips, and then place it over about 2 inches over to the right, and then allow the knees to go over to the left. And then have a little look out over your right hand. Stretching out all around your side body, your waist area. Be feeling it in different places around your hip. Thanking your body for being strong and resilient all day and carrying you around. Pretty great we have these bodies, isn't it? I'm pretty proud of mine. Take a breath in and then exhale up. Bring the pelvis back to how it was, so the hips back. Lift up your hips and then over about 2 inches over to the left. Breath in and then exhale over to the right and have a little look over your left. The head turns towards your left hand. Relax into this twist, so you're not needing to use lots of muscles or anything. You're just really just allowing your body to do its thing. It's just relaxing. Lots of lovely full breaths, relaxing breaths. And then exhale back to center. Lift up your hips and bring them back into neutral. And then again, we can bring the knees into the chest, have a little rock around. And then turn over onto our side and make our way up to seated position. And first while we're in seated, we're going to bring the feet in. So they bring the feet in together, and then we'll open up the feet like a book and just have a little tiny massage. And we can bring them in quite close together into Baddha Konasana, so the cobbler posture, cobbler pose. We can gently lift up, inhale up, exhaling down. Some nice deep breaths. Just really gently moving the knees, legs like wings. And then bringing the feet a bit further away. Inhaling and then exhaling gently forward. Feeling the stretch in the lower back. Stretch in the hips. And if you're super flexible, because it is the end of the day, so you could be, quite supple by now. So often we're quite a lot more flexible by the end of the day than we are in the morning. So you might come all the way down, and if you can, you might rest your forehead into the arches of your feet. But that's only if that's what happens. You don't need to stretch it too much. You don't need to force it or anything. Okay, and then gently bringing hands back up, closing the knees together. Bring yourself onto all fours. Knees hip width, hands shoulder width. And we'll just have a little walk over to the left. Have a little look at your feet, and then walk over past center, over to the right. And then back to center. Then keeping the knees hip width, we'll come down into puppy pose. So just lowering the chest down and the head down. So we're not fully getting the chest onto the mat so much in this one. If you've got sore knees or anything, if it's hurting your knees, put some blanket or cushions underneath your knees. And you might want to just rest your head even. So your forehead might be resting on the mat, or it might be the chin. Nice deep breaths. Then bring yourself back up. Lift up the right arm and then thread it through, coming onto your right shoulder. Placing the hands down onto the mat. So the left hand is on the mat and the fingers are towards your face. So your left arm is at a right angle. And then lift up the left arm. Bringing the hand behind if you can and want to. So you can stay in any of those places actually. You could stay with your hand on here or your hand up, or you can bring it behind. And it might be tucking in to your hip. Then bring the hand back up. Back down onto the mat, lifting up, and then we're going to go the other way. So lifting up the left arm and threading it through, bringing this hand, your right hand, in towards your face, so the fingers are pointing towards your face. Forearm and upper arm are creating a right angle. And lifting up the arm. And then bringing it behind, tucking it somewhere. So it might just be on a bit like your jeans pocket area, or it might be on your thigh. Then bring the hand back up, and then placing it down onto the mat, and then coming up. That's nice. That's fantastic, great. Okay, so coming on into kneeling, and we'll move slightly forward on the mat, and then spread out. So you're coming kind of closer to the front of your mat, and then bring the feet on the outside edges of your hips. Taking a breath in. This gets called hero pose sometimes. Looking straight ahead and then bringing yourself back. So you just see, this might be enough for you up here because it's a real quad stretch here. But if you can bring yourself back, you might come back to here. Onto your elbows and forearms. Looking straight ahead. Then you might want to come all the way down. I find this a little bit much. You can place a cushion underneath. And then you could even lift up your arms and hold the elbows. Some people just love this posture, so it will suit some people. And bring your hands back to your feet and lifting up. If you're all the way back there, then bringing yourself up, turning your legs out in front of you and cross-legged, and then we'll start to move back down onto the mat. And then lifting up your right leg. This is the point where you can use a strap if you want to. You can flex your foot and put the strap over the top. Otherwise, just take hold of the back of your leg, so the back of the calf or the thigh. And exhale your right leg in towards you. And point and flex your foot. So really just giving your legs a little bit of love, because they've kept, you might have been doing quite a bit of standing today. Even sitting is doing to give attention to your legs. They kind of help us a lot in the day. So, and your feet, so let's give them a bit of a rotating out foot. Exhaling, flexing the foot, exhaling the leg in towards you, stretching out your hamstrings right down here, right into your calves. And then placing the right leg down and lift up the left leg. And again, strap if you need one. Flex your foot. Hold onto your calf or your thigh. Point and flex. And then rotating the foot around and the other way. And then flexing the foot and bringing the leg in towards you on the exhale. So using the exhale to bring the leg a little bit more, and then bringing the leg down next to the other one. That's nice. And then maybe bring the legs up into happy baby. That's always a good way of finishing. So bring the legs into happy baby, have a little rock around. And again, you can use strap around here, happy baby as well. Kind of helps the shoulders stay on the mat. And if you have a strap, or you can put your hands in your thighs like this, and then we can have a wide leg stretch, point and flex feet. Or if you could take hold of your big toes, you might want to stretch out like that. Really breathe into the stretch, because actually, if you've got your big toes, it's quite strong. And then bringing the feet together. And it's time to get snuggly. So you can grab a blanket here in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is the reclining bound angle posture. And you can just rest here for a little bit. In this, sorry, my feet are trying to get a blanket. In Supta Baddha Konasana. Otherwise, you can, in a moment, come down to Shavasana. So you won't be here too long, because you're going to be going to bed soon anyway. But do make yourself really snuggly. So if you need socks or a jumper or anything like that. Sweatshirt. It's nice to be covered in a blanket. And really feeling the full heaviness of your body, full relaxed, full relaxation of your body. I'm going to move down to Shavasana. So yeah, you can too if you want. Feeling soft, heavy and warm, snuggly, completely relaxed. Deep relaxation right from the crown of your head, right down to the soles of your feet. And deep relaxation right from your heart center, right to the palms of your hands. Your whole body is relaxed. And gently bring some movement into your fingers and toes, deepening your breath. And you can bring the knees in for a knee hug. And find your way over to your side. Making your way back up to seated. Keeping yourself in a nice sleepy state, ready for bed, ready for sleep. Bring the hands into the heart center. Finishing with one Om vibration, and Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely sleep.
Oh, radiance and pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss, remove the veil so I can see, illuminate my heart, awaken